Alright guys, welcome back to the channel. Welcome if you're new. Thank you for taking time out of your day to check the video out. We have more PlayStation news, rumors, and leaks to go over and cover here today. So before we dive into the video, if you end up enjoying it or finding it informative, be sure to leave it a like. And if you are new here to the channel, please consider hitting that subscribe button as well. We're starting here with a report from MP First that talks about the PlayStation 5 Pro and how it is now the best-selling console on Amazon in the US, as well as several other countries. Now we are getting very close to the launch of the PS5 Pro, and I know that there are quite a few of you here who did purchase it and are excited for it, but I thought that this would be worth going over because, again, there was just a large conversation that took place that seemed to insinuate that people are not going to be interested in buying a $700 mid-gen refresh console. They say here the PlayStation 5 Pro has now become the best-selling console on Amazon in multiple countries, including the United States. Despite its higher price point of $700, which has been a target of criticism, the console seems to have captured the interest of gamers, with pre-orders rising fast. Several Amazon listings show the PS5 Pro leading sales charts in countries like the US. The console's popularity might seem surprising considering the backlash over its price and missing features, such as the vertical stand that is not included in the box. However, the improved technical specifications, including the ability to run games at a higher resolution and a more consistent 60 FPS, seems to have convinced many buyers. So the countries where it's currently listed as the best-selling console are the United States, United Kingdom, Germany, Italy, Japan, France, and Spain. And it's worth noting, at least in the US, the only other gaming-related items that are ahead of the PS5 Pro are currency cards, which is pretty impressive. So if you were wondering whether or not the PS5 Pro is going to sell well and do well, it is. And this is not that surprising to me. I know that when the console was first revealed, there was the sticker shock, which obviously shocked me too. I don't think anybody was expecting it to be $700, but I had this feeling that, give it a couple weeks, give it a little bit more marketing time. Once we see more games announced for the PS5 Pro, I have a feeling it's going to end up slowly but surely winning more people over, and I think that's exactly what we're seeing here. I don't know if it's like, meeting Sony's expectations, but the fact that it's sold out a couple of times and had to be restocked, and the fact that it's now the best-selling console on Amazon in multiple countries, including the US, which is quite significant, I think it's safe to say it's likely doing what Sony was hoping it would, right? And so at the end of the day, it seems like there is a place for the PS5 Pro. But again, if you're somebody who's not interested in it, and I will maintain this, I really don't think that's a problem, right? I think if you're somebody who wants to just stick with the base PS5, you feel like maybe it's too expensive, or maybe the upgrades you're seeing are just simply not worth it, I think that's fine, right? I think if you just stick with the base PS5 until the PlayStation 6 comes out, I think you're still going to get really good-looking games that run relatively well, and I don't think you're going to be missing out on all that much. But at the same time, I think it is safe to say that when there is a mid-gen refresh, even if it is a more premium console, and even if it's maybe, it's not doing everything that maybe some people thought it would, I think it's safe to say that it will still find an audience. But moving on to the next topic, we have some concerning news here. It says here, being reported by PlayStation Lifestyle, retailers and PlayStation Direct itself appear to have oversold PlayStation 30th anniversary PS5s and PS5 Pro consoles and DualSense controllers. We've seen enough reports of players having their products canceled to deduce that these are not isolated incidents, presumably stemming from a large number of people attempting to pre-order the items at the same time. We first noticed complaints that PlayStation Direct was canceling pre-orders for the highly limited 30th anniversary consoles and accessories soon after the store had run out of stock. Some players got an email confirming the cancellation almost a day after they had successfully pre-ordered the products, which is understandably upsetting. This weekend, we saw the same reports coming from players who had pre-ordered the themed consoles and accessories from Amazon and GameStop. The cancellations are not limited to a single product either. People have had their pre-orders canceled for the themed PS5 Slim, PS5 Pro, and even DualSense controllers. To add insult to injury, Amazon is apparently handing out $5 vouchers as an apology for the inconvenience. So, yeah, not good. You guys might want to be on the lookout for this. If you're somebody who pre-ordered any of these items from these retailers like Amazon or GameStop or Target or whatever, you might want to check your email and make sure that you didn't get some kind of notification that your pre-order was canceled. This has happened to me in the past, I think with Walmart, and it always sucks, right? Like you secure something, especially something like this, where it's like, you know, it's going to be highly sought after and you need a little bit of luck, right? To be able to secure it before it sells out, just to find out actually you didn't, you're still not going to get it. That's very unfortunate. But yeah, just wanted to let you guys know about this. You might want to double check and make sure your pre-order is still intact. Moving on to the next topic though, we're talking about Resident Evil 9 being reported by Push Square. It says earlier this year, publisher Capcom announced the next installment of the Resident Evil series is in development, with RE9 confirmed in all but the name. Fans of the horror franchise are patiently waiting for the full reveal, and that may come very soon if Metacritic is to be believed. A page for the upcoming game was recently spotted on the review aggregation website. Metacritic doesn't typically create listings for titles that have yet to be publicly unveiled. While it could simply be a placeholder page, given that the game is already confirmed to be on the way, some fans are taking it as a sign that we'll be seeing the first RE9 trailer sooner rather than later. According to ex-user Project Parasol, a similar situation occurred when Metacritic created a page for RE4 Remake, or the Gold Edition, roughly 2 months prior to its announcement. And about 2 months from now, the Game Awards 2024 will take place on December 12th. So an official unveiling of Resident Evil 9 at Jeff Keighley's year-ending show certainly seems plausible. Rumors about this game have been flying around for a while now, so hopefully we'll be able to put them to bed soon. And yeah, I had to call this out because a lot of people did notice that, whoa, hold on, a Metacritic page for Resident Evil 9 just spontaneously popped up. And, you know, the last time this did happen, we did get an official reveal. So I will say a Resident Evil 9 reveal at the Game Awards makes a lot of sense. The Game Awards is going to be huge. It's just getting bigger and bigger each year that Jeff Keighley holds the show, and it's a place where a lot of big publishers feel like, you know, they want to kind of reserve their announcements and save their announcements, because I don't want to say it's like on the same level as E3, but realistically at this point in time, I feel like the Game Awards is the closest thing we get to like a yearly E3 type event where you see all the major publishers come in having massive announcements and reveals, because I mean, I know we get Summer Game Fest and whatnot in the middle of the year, but you know, these shows in the middle of the year have just been seemingly very weak lately, to whereas the Game Awards just is kind of holding strong. And like every year you can expect that there's going to be major announcements at the Game Awards. So Resident Evil 9 seems like a good game that could show up at the Game Awards. We'll have to kind of, you know, keep an eye on this. Moving on to the next topic here, though, we have a DLC. Pricing is still unknown, but it has been suggested it will be between $20 and $30. Additionally, Henderson sources suggest it's releasing in 2025 to aid the increasing revenue after Kill the Justice League's poor sales performance. So we've known about this director's cut / definitive edition of Hogwarts Legacy for some time now, but now we're getting more explicit details from a very reliable source, that being Insider Gaming and Tom Henderson. And yeah, I just figured I would let you guys know about this. I would imagine this is another one of those announcements that is being prepped for the Game Awards, and it's going to be interesting to see, you know, what this new content is, because 10 to 15 hours is quite substantial. That feels like a full-blown expansion. I mean, Hogwarts Legacy sold incredibly well. It actually outsold Call of Duty in 2023, which is kind of unheard of, right? It was a massive, colossal success, so it makes sense why WB is like, you know, maybe we should try to do more with some DLC or an expansion. I think it would actually do very well. And so, yeah, it'll be very interesting to see this revealed. And I want to ask you guys, you know, is this something that you would actually want to play, right? Is it something you would buy the definitive edition, or would you buy the DLC separately? It is worth noting, I believe it was confirmed that a full-blown sequel to Hogwarts Legacy is currently in development, which is good to hear. I mean, again, a game that sells this well, of course you're going to want to follow up with a sequel of some kind. But that's going to do it for the video, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you found it informative. If you did, be sure to leave it a like, subscribe if you're new, hit the bell notification icon, and feel free to share the video out on top of all that. But until next time, guys, take care.